I called my mom on Sunday and I was like, I need advice because I was like lost for words. Um, and she's such a different person now, which is crazy. I think all our parents, once they become grandparents, are completely different. I'm like, what happened? You were not like this when you were my mom. Just start.
All right. Hello, friends, and we are here today with a little different video than we have done from the last ones. My beautiful partner here posted an Instagram reel where she was basically almost talking about like what her mental health is like and what goes through her brain on any given day. And I thought it'd be interesting to expand on some of those thoughts, because I think mental health should always be talked about, and I know that there are a lot of moms out there, and a lot of military moms especially, who probably have the same exact thoughts as you do.
Yeah, so I struggle a lot with these things that I posted. This week's been especially hard. But I've struggled a lot with it probably my entire career. It's hard to balance a career in the military, being a mom, being a partner to someone, and it all balance out, because it feels like when you're doing great with your career, you're failing somewhere else. Or when you're doing great at home as a mom, as a partner, then your career is failing somewhere. Like it seems like it's never equal, like a pie. It's never equal. And you're like, how do I make this equal? And it's like impossible, it feels like.
Yeah, I don't think work-life balance in the military as a maintainer or certain other career fields actually exists.
Yeah, I don't think it's ever possible. If someone were to tell me that they're able to, like somebody in my career field or his career field, just in the maintenance career field, were to tell me that they made rank to even a master sergeant, made rank, and were able to keep everything equal, I would say they were lying. Because there is no way that they could do everything that is required of them at work without something at home suffering. There's no way. Because when I'm super busy at work, I'm lacking at something at home. And you can be honest.
Oh yeah, I mean, and we've both been that way. Like, there's been times where I was planning big trips for the whole unit, where I would be gone until 7, 8 o'clock at night, and being gone, and like at those times, I didn't have my phone because we were in meetings where you couldn't have your phone and things of that nature. So you're not even able to communicate when you're going to come home. Like what? Like if she needed something, I had no idea. I was in the dark. So it's definitely, in general, as a maintainer, if you are being a great maintainer, you are being a poor spouse.
Yeah, it's hard. I'm lucky right now in the position that I'm in. It's not, I can do my job there and still be present at home, but there's still times where I might miss like phone calls or messages or something like that because I'm in an area where I can't take my phone because of what my job entails. And not that it's like, oh my gosh, I completely missed something so bad because I missed a phone call, but there's still those times where I'm like absent, and maybe you're right, I needed something and I just could not answer my phone. But it never fails, never fails. That anytime I go into that area where I can't take my phone, can't take my watch, I come out and of course somebody needed something and I couldn't answer it and I had no idea. It's always like that. But
I mean, I will say this though, that Uriah does have like a sixth sense of when you're about to go do something is when he'll need something. Like I will get to the gym and just got done warming up and I'll get a message sometimes. It's like I'm like, how does he do that? But
and sometimes it's actually like something important that he needs and I'm like, I feel horrible. Like he'll be messaging me when I'm in that area where I can't have my phone and then I'll see it after and I'm like, oh my gosh, of course he needed that. And it was like something important. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Luckily, he knows that if I'm not answering, he'll call him. Thankfully, he's not just waiting around.
yeah.
But then I'll feel bad. I'm like, oh my gosh, he like called me like 3 times. But anyways, so in the video I posted, I have it here because I couldn't remember everything and he couldn't remember everything. I put the things that will go through my head as a mom most days. Am I doing enough? Does my family, dogs included too, know that I love them? Am I working out enough? Do I need to eat more, eat less? What should I eat? Do I cook enough for my family? Oh my gosh, I hope you guys can't hear the dog. Am I good? Am I a good daughter or sister? Am I being a good partner to Nick? Am I a good mom? Am I a good friend? Am I doing a good enough job at work? Am I present enough? I don't even know what I'm doing half the time. So those are the things that just constantly go through my head, especially when I'm having like a really long week and feels like everything's just kind of piling up, or maybe let's just say, for example, we have had, I don't even want to say a week because it hasn't even been a week. We have had quite a few days with Uriah. We'll just say that. We have been put through the parenting battle with him, and it has made it to be a very rough week and has made me question my parenting skills and my parenting abilities. It has made me think, am I doing a good enough job as a parent? Am I a good mom?
Let's break into that a little bit. Because you said like in general on there it says like, am I good enough? What exactly does that mean to you?
I think when I think, am I good enough? It's because I start with, am I a good mom? Am I doing a good enough job as a mom? Like, because of the things that have happened, it just makes me question everything. And then I'm like, am I even like good enough as a person? Like, what am I doing? Like, if I'm not a good mom, then what does that mean overall? And then I start to like question everything because I'm like, okay, if I'm not a good mom, that means I'm probably not doing a good job in all these other places like work. And then with work comes, okay, capital A airman, like, because that's what I am as a whole, right? As far as military goes. So am I working out enough? Because we have to do PT test. Am I eating enough? Am I eating too much? Like it just like almost you start to like spiral and you start to think about all these other things. And then I think about like, well, I was just home on leave and I got into like a couple, not arguments, but like little, what would you call it?
Little tiff.
Like, yeah, little tiffs with my mom. So then, I'm gonna cry. Like, I hardly go home. So when that happens, I feel bad. And I'm like, am I a good daughter? Am I a good sister? Like, I start to think about all those things. You just like start to spiral and think about every single thing. And I think it's just, as a mom, you question like your ability as a whole, because everyone in your house relies on you, not for everything, but everyone in the house just relies on you for a lot of things, and you don't want to fail. Like, you're supposed to keep it together for everyone. And even the other day, I straight out asked Uriah, like, what am I doing, or what did I do wrong for you to behave this way? Like, as a mom, where am I failing? How did I fail you? And his response makes me feel a little bit better. His response was, Mom, you didn't do anything. I messed up. Nothing you did like caused what I did. So that made me feel a little bit better. But at the same time, it's just, I think it's stressful. It's like he turned 15 and a lot changed, and I wasn't ready for it. I don't know if you were ready for it. Because I was not.
I wasn't ready for anything. I barely know what I'm doing day to day in general, let alone being a parent.
But
I just wing it. But I think what's so interesting to me, because, you know, I think way too much about everything, is everything that you're talking about is completely subjective. And it is a standard more so that you've set for yourself than anyone has set for you, if that makes sense. Because you hold yourself at such a high standard, which is a great thing, that it almost is also your downfall mentally. Because I tell you all the time how great of a mom you are. The kid, in his own way, tells you, and the dogs tell you. You have a shadow. Like, as soon as I get home, I'm chopped liver. I mean, as soon as she gets home, I'm chopped liver compared to them, with them. So I think it's just, it's very interesting how subjective it is, and how different people hold themselves to a standard where, like, we know people, and we witness it with their children, where they're not half the mom that you are. Like,
it's just, it's hard. For me, I think it's hard when we're just going through this, and I know he's gonna make mistakes, and I've talked to him about it. You've talked to him about it, and the phrase, this is, as hard as this is for you, it's hard for me too, when parents say that. And I told him this other day, because he's never really been grounded, like, for a long time, and because he's never done anything to, I guess, be grounded. He's been grounded for like a week maybe before. But this time around, like, he's grounded.
oh yeah.
And when I said that to him, I was like, I know parents say that. I was like, but I'm saying this to you because it really hurts me to have to ground you for this long, and to, like, take things away from you, especially during the summer, because we've always been the parents that believe that during these teenage years, especially because he plays football and trains so much and barely has that free time, that we believe it, like, during the free time he does have, that he should be out and be having fun like a teenager. Not doing dumb stuff, but having fun.
Yeah.
And now he doesn't have that opportunity because we've taken it from him. And it hurts me to see him like moping around and him not be able to experience those things right now. And summer's, coming to an end. Like, he's still gonna have some time when he's off punishment, but
it's over.
It's not a lot of time.
Yeah, summer for him is basically over because we have football practice all this week. Next week we have 2-a-days, and then the week after that is our first game week. So besides not going to school, like, summer's done.
Yeah, so it hurts, and he knows he messed up, and we're just at that point where it's like, well, you did the crime, you pay the time, and I think he's really going to learn from this experience.
Yeah. I think something that I don't even know if wish is the right word. Something that I wish was communicated to me, probably at his age, was as a parent, you feel dumb. You feel dumb because you like a lot of these decisions to give him the freedoms that he had were my decisions, and then when those get taken advantage of or anything like that, you're like, am I dumb? Was I dumb for doing that? Like, was that a dumb decision? Like, yeah, I just feel like an idiot now, and it's almost like you're embarrassed for yourself also, if that makes sense. Like, and I can understand more now of like how my parents, I messed up a lot in high school, and so I can understand more now how my parents probably felt by giving me the freedoms that I had, and then me taking those freedoms and just, the old, you give them an inch and they take a mile. I mean, that's definitely my situation in high school and Uriah's current situation. So,
and I think that's kind of where this came from, is when this all started on Sunday. I felt that way, and then it just kind of spiraled from there because I started questioning myself as a parent, like where did I go wrong type of way. And then from there I went, okay, well, if I'm not a good parent and he made these poor decisions, then am I even a good person overall? Am I even doing a good job at work? Am I a good partner to Nick? Am I a good friend to the friends I have? Like, and then I started to think about my time while we were home, like with my mom, like, did I not spend enough time with her? Like, and then my grandma, like, it was a whole bunch of different things. And that's how that video came about, because I literally on Monday was driving to work and was still thinking about all those things. And I was like, how many other moms probably feel this way? Because that's like the chatter that's in my head. Like,
so all the good ones feel that way. And so, I mean, if I think if you're a parent and you don't have that going through your head, especially in situations like this, then you're not a good parent. I'm like, really? I mean, because we all know those parents who probably never had that going through their head, and because no matter what their kid did, their kid was always seeming to be able to hang out or what have you, and I don't know what happened to those kids. I'm pretty sure they're also the ones that just shoved their papers into their backpack. And those kids end up in prison.
I called my mom on Sunday and I was like, I need advice because I was like lost for words. And she's such a different person now, which is crazy. I think all our parents, once they become grandparents, are completely different. I'm like, what happened? You were not like this when you were my mom. Like, you're still my mom, but like, you're different. Like, you're soft now.
Yeah. Where's the hammer?
Yeah.
When I was the nail.
I guess you said John was like that. He's like that now, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. John's so much, he's just so much more thoughtful and like introspective, and, you know, I appreciate how I was raised, but at the same time, it's just interesting to see him now.
As a grandpa.
Yeah. Like,
yeah. Again, when parents become grandparents, they are different people. And it's so crazy to see. But I called my mom and I was like, I need advice. As much as you love your grandson, like, I am lost. And I don't know, you just got to take it step by step, and I guess hope that once this punishment's over, that you raise them right and that they learn their lesson and that they make good decisions moving forward. Because that's all you really can do, because you cannot watch every single thing that they do. You cannot be on their back 24/7. And I talk to you, right? And I'm like, you're going to continue to make mistakes because nobody is perfect. I make mistakes still. I'm like, and I am, closer to 40 than I am closer to 30. And I am going to continue making mistakes. And I was like, and guess what? You are going to continue to make mistakes because you are 15 years old. I was like, but the thing is you need to earn our trust back, because we have to be able to trust you. Like, he is supposed to be driving next year. And that is our biggest thing. And that's what I explained. I was like, I need to be able to trust you because there's a car sitting outside.
There's a 3,000-pound death machine.
I was like, and we are supposed to trust you to drive that. I was like, and if we can't trust you, then you can't drive that. I was like, and I know you want to drive. Like, you are so ready to want to drive, and trust me, we want to let you drive. I was like, but we need to be able to trust you. And again, you're going to continue to make mistakes. But the big part of that is lying. Like, if you tell us the truth, we'll be probably this much mad. But if you lie and don't tell us the truth, then we're going to be like this much mad.
Yeah. We sound like our parents right now.
Yeah.
But
the open communication is the big thing that we're just like kind of harping on, because we just felt like, as much as we talked about it and we felt like we made that clear, he just didn't use it to his advantage and still decided to lie. So again, we made it clear, like, it's better to communicate, and we're going to teach you again how to be a better communicator and communicate with us versus doing what you did.
yeah. But
I think he learned his lesson.
we shall see. Time will tell, and we will report back on that. But you also put in there, am I doing good enough at work? And I know that the position you're in now is very involved with a lot of things that you hadn't experienced before. But for all intents and purposes, you're basically a superstar within the wing. Like, a little short backstory. At Luke, she got fucked over and ended up being a staff sergeant for longer than what is typical in the Air Force today. It's not like when my uncle and my pops were in the Air Force, where retiring as a staff sergeant was an honorable thing. It's looked at different now. But within the past 5 years, you went from being a staff sergeant to now a master select.
Yeah.
So in what world would you think that you're not doing good enough at work? They want you to stay in your position past the time that you're supposed to be there. So why do you think that? Do you think it's like a collective of things, or like why don't you have the confidence there?
I don't know. I think sometimes I lose confidence in myself. Maybe because like I'll see certain things come across my desk and I'm like, oh, that could have been finished like last week. Or maybe I set a goal for myself and I don't meet that goal. And I don't know if it's because I set high expectations for myself. I don't know.
Do you think it has to do with basically going from being a maintainer, even like when you were in the quality assurance world, where things got done, like there was a set, it gets done in this amount of time unless you don't have a part? Do you think that mindset has not escaped you, or what do you think?
I think so. I think it's hard leaving. So that maintenance world, even when I was in QA, that mindset of things get done quickly. Just pick them up. That mindset of things get done quickly because things have to fly or things have to be done by a certain time, because if we don't get done by a certain time, then like a domino effect, then things won't, like the plane won't fly by this time if this doesn't get done. So if these things aren't in order, then the plane won't fly. Once I left those gates, like I don't think that mentality left my head. So it's really hard for me to like rationalize that with the work that I'm doing now. So I think it's just my own expectations that I set for myself.
Yeah, no, and that's kind of what I was thinking is because I know my transition from working the flight line to moving into an office as a master sergeant was it's very hard because you want to get everything done now. But if you try to get everything done now, you're going to be spending 12 hours a day at your office. And so trying to find a spot that you're comfortable with, stopping for the day, it can be very hard. I think the one thing that helped me the most was actually this little piece of paper that one Chief Master Sergeant Timothy Seidlitz gave me called the Tasker Tracker that I've tried to get you to use multiple times.
Yeah.
And it's basically like you have your tasks that you need to get done like this week. You have your tasks that need to get done like this month. Your long-term tasks, things to follow up on. And that really helped me because it kind of laid everything out in a way that my brain could rationalize. So I don't know what your thoughts are on that.
Maybe I should start using it.
I'll send it to you again if you need it, but it helps. It especially with the amount of ADHD that exists in this household.
Oh my gosh!
I can't imagine the days that you forget to take your medicine. How it can be. I feel like I did everything but got nothing done. That is a common feeling because I've had that before.
Yeah.
Last thing that we'll talk about is, what does being a good enough partner mean?
That's a hard one. I think sometimes I feel almost guilty when you're doing everything. Like, for instance, today, that last minute appointment for Uriah for his dental, for his Invisalign, swollen gums, whatever you want to call it.
She works all day. I do not. And she was like, "Are you sure you don't want me to take him to the dental?" I'm like, "I got it. I got it." I'm like, if I wasn't taking him to the dental, I would just be waiting for our haircut appointments.
Which ended up working out because I ended up having a meeting at that time.
Yeah.
But it's just things like that. Like today, Uriah ended up having that last minute appointment, and then like they had haircuts. But before that, they had practice at 6:30 in the morning to 9:30. So it would have been that, and then his appointment, and then haircuts. So sometimes I feel bad because I feel like it's a lot in one day that he's having to do, and then they have practice all week, and then he had something else this week. What else did he have?
His appointment tomorrow, but that's like a phone appointment.
Yeah. I don't know. Some weeks it's just like, not only did he have that last minute appointment, he has a phone appointment tomorrow, and then sometimes maybe he had like his med management appointment, or maybe he has to go somewhere else. And I feel like he's doing everything and I'm doing nothing when it comes to Uriah. And I feel guilty because I'm not helping when it comes to Uriah, or even during the school year. Like, I'm not helping with any of the pickup or drop off because he'll do, let's just say, all of the pickup for carpool because they're doing, I don't know, because I guess he's already going to school. But then there's days where we're also doing pickup and he's doing pickup too. And I've done none of the days. And I'm like, I feel like you're doing everything and I'm doing nothing. And then he's still coming home and dealing with the dogs, and maybe still dealing with Uriah if he has to go, here, there, and wherever else.
Here, there, everywhere.
Yes. So there's that. And then I'll come home and everything's already done because we have a German Shepherd and a Pomsky that like to shed all the time.
God, the Pomsky's the worst right now. It's like,
when they don't shed at the same time, they like to shed. One sheds first and then the other one sheds right after. So it's never convenient. So we are constantly like vacuuming and cleaning the floors and cleaning the kitchen because, the kitchen's always dirty. Cleaning the couches because they lay on the couches. So we're just constantly cleaning. So I feel like I get home and he's already done all of that. And I feel like I've not helped at all with that. So I feel like when it comes to those things, I am not like participating or doing anything of that nature. And then even on the weekends, sometimes he like does all the laundry and I've done nothing. He's meal prepped all the chicken and I've done none of that. And
I'm specific about how I like to cook the chicken.
So there are times where I'm just like, am I even doing anything? Like, what am I doing? Like, yeah, I do other stuff, like maybe the stuff that he doesn't want to do, like
call people.
Yeah. So like I take care of, all the other little things.
Hey, that's a big one. I do not want to call people.
Like I take care of like making all the appointments, doing all the phone call stuff. Like if there's anything that has to do with the house or billing wise, any of that type of stuff, I go through all the mail because he won't go through the mail.
I just hate it. I don't know why. I think it just reminds me of going through like paperwork at work, and I'm just like, nah.
Like stuff like that. I don't know, just like all the little stuff. But then, like when it comes to taking care of school stuff, as far as like for Uriah, I take care of all of that stuff. So I do all the other stuff, but there's just times when I feel like he's doing everything and I'm doing nothing.
And I think what that is also a lot of in the neurodivergent world, they call it object permanence, to where you see all the stuff that I've done because it is like literally physical things that you can see, whereas the stuff that you're doing it's over the phone, it's over the computer, things of that nature. So once it's done, it's gone, if that makes sense, because you do a lot of things and I don't think you realize it. Like, and there's sometimes when like you'll try to help me clean and I'm like, just sit down, because I have a system and I go faster without you doing it, and I want you to relax because it's. I'm not like I am on my way out of the military. I am enjoying being a house husband, and I am the kind of person that can't sit still, anyways. So even when I'm at the house, I'm rarely. The dogs get so mad. I'm rarely sitting down. I usually don't sit down until you come home, because then we can all relax. And I mean, I don't. I don't complain about doing that stuff, or at least I try not to. Like, yeah, I try not to. And what do I tell you most of the time? All I need from you is to love me and say nice things. Well, sometimes I want to hear you're handsome. I don't know.
The dogs are staring at him right now like, oh God.
Shut up, Dad. You're an idiot. We deal with him all day, Mom. Jesus.
Not gonna lie, sometimes I get home and they like run to me. I'm like, what did you do to them today?
Make them do chores.
They do need a job.
No, but like I think you're definitely not alone with like your feeling, and then also it's too like you do have things that cause your body to not be that nice to you, and you know. I know that how hard that is on you. So when you come home, I don't want you to have to do anything, because you just spent the whole day of dealing with people and dealing with your work. And who wants to come home and start doing things? Like my schedule, even on a day with football, would be if we have football practice in the morning, I go to football practice, come home, do some cardio, eat, digest.
Oh my gosh, he's looking at me because, okay, so he said my body's not treating me that well. So I have a few things. I've had fibromyalgia for like 10 years. I have PCOS. I have stomach issues. I've had SIBO like what, 2-3 times now.
Yeah.
So it's caused me to like lose weight because I'm not eating, because I can't eat, literally like sick to my stomach, and you have to take antibiotics to get rid of it. It's a whole thing. Anyways, what was I leading with this?
I said digest.
Oh yeah. So because of this, my sugar like ended up dropping. So I had to take all these blood tests because they wanted to check like my iron, they wanted to check like my hormones, a whole bunch of different things. Well, they got my blood work back, and my sugar was so low, it was almost like I was diabetic. The doctor looked at it and she's like, oh my God, how have you not passed out? So I was like, oh, that explains a lot. So doing like any type of conditioning, like I would get so dizzy to the point where like everything turned black. Not passed out yet, but like probably borderline. So it was making a lot of sense on why I felt like that. So I have taken a break from conditioning, which means that's like 3 days out of the week.
Mm-hmm.
So 3 days out of the week, I have started going to the gym with him, which means now I have to wait for him to digest. It takes him forever to digest.
It's an hour. I give myself an hour. And that's only on days that we go to the gym and I'm actually lifting at the same time as you. I usually do cardio, fasted. Because if she had to wait for me to eat, she would be late to work. Listen, when you eat as much food as I do all the time, you would like some time to not feel full when you're going to the gym, to the thing that you get to enjoy doing.
He takes forever to digest.
It's an hour. You give it an hour. You take like 30 minutes to get ready anyway, so it's just an extra 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying?
But then takes you like almost 20 minutes just to make your food.
Listen, cream of rice, to be made properly, takes some time.
They have like a whole system. It's ridiculous. I'm not gonna lie. It takes forever.
Listen, when you retire and you slow down, you're gonna love it. It's
But
great.
you've been doing this since before.
Okay, I was trying to make an excuse for myself. Yes, I have been doing it since before.
It's making it seem like he just started doing this. He's been doing this for years.
I don't like to be full at the gym, but I like to have enough calories to feel good at the gym. It's a catch-22, really.
God forbid.
It's got to be perfect.
God forbid he takes a little too long and then forget it. Now you have to wait.
Now you get we got to digest.
You should see when he has an appointment.
Oh, God. That's the worst.
If he has an appointment at 1 o'clock, whole day's ruined.
Gotta wait for it.
He won't do anything. Oh my gosh. Anyways. Those are the things that go through my head, especially when it's been like a rough week, a rough month, whatever you want to call it. Those are the things that go through my head. I know a lot of moms commented on that video agreeing with me. And I'm not going to lie, there have been times where I've cried on the way to work because I will think about those things and I start to like make myself believe some of those things are true.
They're not.
And it's hard, I guess, to make myself believe that they're not, especially when I'm having a rough week or like a really, really rough day. I want to say it was Monday.
It was Monday.
That was like a really rough day. And we were in bed and I was like, I don't even know like how to process this. And I think I don't even know what day I posted that video, but some of our friends are starting to come back from their deployments, and it kind of opened my eyes a little bit more and made me realize that I might be having a really rough day, week, but there are people that are having way more rough time than I am.
Having a rough year.
Yeah. So it kind of put things into perspective and kind of gave me a little bit of a wake-up call and made me realize, like, okay, yes, I have my own problems and it's okay for me to have my own problems. Like, I'm not saying that someone coming back from a deployment makes everything better for me because I'm allowed to have problems, but it just put everything into perspective and made me a little bit grateful because my problems seem just much smaller compared to what a lot of these people are going to have to deal with. So I just kind of reflected on that and was like, okay, get yourself together here. It's going to be okay.
I think that was great. Thank you for sharing all that. I think the one last thing that I will say is that it is great to have perspective because someone always does have it worse than you, but it is also important to let yourself feel those feelings and to listen to other people when they have those feelings as well, because as you saw, all those moms commented and liked what you were saying, and I think it's because a lot of people struggle with stuff like this and anxiety and spiraling, and it is a rough world to live in when your brain is doing that. But I hope everybody enjoyed this conversation.
And if anyone needs anyone to talk to, please reach out to my inbox, his inbox, whatever.
Or what you can also do is comment down below, like, share, and subscribe. And please join us next time for the next conversation that we have. See you!